Welcome again to the Melling Law YouTube channel, where we talk about different estate planning topics relevant to people living in Utah. Today we're starting this series about what to do after a loved one passes away. And this can be a difficult time, and we don't want to make it any more difficult than it has to be. So hopefully some of these steps will help. Now, the first thing to do once someone passes away, hopefully there's been some level of communication and we know who the personal representative of the will is and who's going to make decisions as far as dispositions of remains and who's going to manage assets. Assuming we know who that is, that person does need to take responsibility for making sure that we're not going to have relatives breaking into the house and stealing assets. We need to take inventory of the assets. It's a lot easier nowadays with camera phones. We just go in and take a video of the house and make sure that we know what's in there. And then as long as you know what's in there, then you start taking accounting as well of where are the bank accounts? Do any of the relatives have credit cards? How do we terminate those or get those back, or find ways to make sure that anything being spent from here on out from estate funds is truly for the estate. So for medical expenses, for burial expenses, maybe administration fees, whatever those may be. But make sure that that is well documented and taken care of. But kind of the first step, so this is before the funeral, is just to figure out who is going to be making decisions. And maybe it's a group of people, maybe it's multiple siblings or grandchildren or a spouse. Where we run into trouble is sometimes with out-of-town family coming in, or with blended families where we have maybe a step-parent who is still in the home. We don't clean out the house and take everything out. That usually belongs to the surviving spouse. So what is that procedure going to look like? So before the funeral, you just kind of take inventory. Make sure you know what is there and where. Are there any estate planning documents? Are there instructions for any of this? And then we'll cover some of the other steps in the future videos.